G'day again, and welcome back to Dad vs Son and our playthrough of the full campaign of Stalingrad 42 from GMT and Mark Simonich. And we're about to go on with turn 4. But before we do, I'd just like to say that it's been brought to my attention I was doing the DS wrong. So I'll try and get that right in future if I go that way. And also about major river crossings and stuff like that. So again, thanks very much for that from, oh God, I've done it again, forgotten names. Paul on BGG, you know who I'm talking about. So thanks very much, mate. I appreciate it. Right, so let's get into it. So again, the weather is summer, so we don't need to worry about that. Go into collecting our air assets. So we have our 2 aircraft again, which I'll bring up here ready to forget. No train markers to remove, no fortifications. So our resource points. So what I would like to do at this stage is bring on 500,000 parts of resource points, but I can't, which really sucks. So I'm going to bring on 2 supply again. I think we'll bring on 1 around sort of Kharkov, because I think I may need that down there for 6th Army to start their push through. No, well, I'm not really, because I need to get around behind first. I'm going to bring 1 on in Y for 2nd Hungarian to bring them up to speed again. And down south, I've got 17 Army. I've got a supply on the board already, which is heading down that way. Half 1, half 2. Half 3, half 4, 5. He can make it to there, so that's good for 17th Army. 1 Panzer Army is good at the moment. But I'd like to probably get them to support a breakthrough here. So I'm going to bring 1 down in there so that I can support 1 Panzer Army for their push. Right, next. Spend SPs to flip. I don't have any units that can flip at the moment. Axis reinforcements. Okay, and we have a few this time. We actually have 6 units. Now, one of them is this SS1RF, and that has to come on in Z. I don't have any choice in that, so I'll stick that up there. And then I have 1 German infantry, which I'm actually going to bring on down south to help with the Rostov and that area. I then have 2 Hungarian infantry, which again are going to come up with the Hungarians up north. And then I have the Italian store infantry, which will come on down south for them. And we also pick up the 3rd Romanian support, and they're going to come on at X or Y, it doesn't matter, at Kharkov there. No, they're not. They're going to come on down in Y, so they can come up the short route to join up with some of their troops. So that's all of those ready to go. Right, we have our replacements, and for this turn, again, it's just the Germans. We get one special and one infantry. So, looking at things at the moment, I think what we're going to do is we're going to take the infantry up here because he's not going to really be going anywhere for a while. So, we'll bring this infantry up to speed. Oops, knocking off my aircraft markers. And the special. So I'd probably like a Panzer Grenadier or something again, if I could. I've got some Panzers down below that need fixing up. My mountains and Jaegers and all that sort of stuff are fine at the moment. I've got a Panzer Grenadier, but that's fine. Panzer Grenadier is fine there. They're fine. They're fine. They're fine. Panzer there. Everybody there is fine. So I might just have to use it on an infantry again. So I've got this infantry here I could use it on. What have I got down here? And I have another infantry down south that I don't think is going to be moving too far. Too fast down here with one Panzer. So we'll chuck it on the 68th down there. Like that. No Axis leaders, and again, no planned offensive markers, so we're into the movement phase. So again, I'll mark those out and see what we can do. So what do I want to try to achieve this time? Well, I think we can try again for knocking out some of these rather than waiting for isolation attrition. So we'll see what we can do there. And then that's going to free up these as of the next turn to move forward. I can move some of these units out of the way, which is good. Bring some more of these units around to take this out and start to build up a little bit of an area here, but bypass Voronezh and try and get around, like I said, down between the Don and the Donets, I think it is, and keep going down there. In this centre bit here, I think, again, we're looking more like outflanking manoeuvres. If I can hold this line, break through here, and bring some around, then we're going to be a little bit better off, and try and keep, again, pushing down and try and take the Rostov area out before that builds up too much more. A lot to ask, I know. So, hang slack, I'll be back shortly. Rightio, so I think I've worked it out. So, what I want to do with these little fellas here is bring them forward. Yeah, okay. And they're just going to come forward up into here. Oh, Jesus. Fiddly. Like that. I'm going to bring this guy forward up to here. Like that. This infantry here is going to come straight up through Stalino. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 using extended movement. The Italian unit's going to come up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as well using extended movement. I'm just going to move the 8th Italian up This supply will go half 1, half 1, half 2, half 3, half 4, and up for 5. This guy's going to come on half 1, half 2, half. The Romanians will come on half 1, half 2. These guys here are going to shuffle over. I'll have to use fat fingers. And go 1, 2 into here. And these guys are going to move forward. What was I doing with them? 1, 2. Now I've left a gap here. Right, so that's everything down there. Now into here, I'm going to take these guys here and chuck them straight across the river, because it's a hex side Zockbond, so I can do that, which is really, really fun. Now, this guy is going to come forward, and he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 into there. This guy is simply going to come over 1, 2 into there. No, sorry, 1, 2 over to there. Because if these legs go out, then there's 2 Zocks for them to go through, so they're still isolated as such. They can't cross the Zockbond, they can't cross this Zockbond. This guy is fine, so we're going to bring this one to here, create a Zockbond like that. Oops, sorry. Bring this fella forward here like that. Again, so we've got Zockbond, 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 and a bumpy camera again. The second Hungarians are going to come forward and just simply go half for forward and bring on their supply. This Hungarian unit here will come on 1, 2, 3, along with this one, 1, 2, 3, which leaves us with the SS here, who are going to come on. They've got a movement of 6. That is going to go half 1, half 2, half 3, half, and just sit in there. And we'll try and take these all out in one hit. This guy's going to come forward and go 1, 2, 3, 4, and just sit there to help. These guys are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, they're not. 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. We'll bring these guys over. 1, 2. These fellas are coming up. Half, 1, half, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5. No, can't do that. Let's Let's do this right. Half, 1, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4. This bloke will come up with him. He can do that. This guy can move his 3, and he's just going to come over 1, 2, 3. And these guys will come up. 1, 2, 3 to here. Like that. Which leaves these little fellas coming up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think that's everybody now. It's not pretty, but it works. Righto, so we're up to combat now. So again, I'll pause it, work out where the combats are, what the stuff is, and go from there. So, shan't be long. Rightio, good to go again. So, we've got 2 attacks down to the south. I would have really liked to have done this one, but it just wasn't worth it. I'll try and pick that one up next time. So we're going to do this 3-1 first. For a 5, 3-1 for a 5 is an A1, D1, advance 2. Okay, so let's get rid of those. A1, so D1, he loses 1. A1, I think the Slovakians can take a hit. And then he can do a determined defense, but at a -1. Which means realistically he's likely to lose big time. He's got a 60%, well, effectively an 80% chance of failing and a 40% chance of losing his man there. So I think he's actually going to go back 2 hexes. Go 1, 2, become disrupted. I think that's the better part of valor for him. And then we have an advance 2. So these guys here will advance 1. And this guy here will advance 1, 2 to there, and they're just going to stay there. So we can attack this guy again if we want. We have 7, 8, 9 disrupted. 13, 1, 13, 2. I think they're halved. May not attack. No. Okay, so we've got 9 to 3 is a 3-1, but we pick up 4-1, 5-1 into here. So I think we'll go for it at a 5-1. Five to 1 for a 3 is an A1, D1 advance 2 again. So this guy is gone. And it means that these guys, A1, I'm going to take the Slovakians off. And this guy can advance 1. He's just going to come over with this guy here. Like that. Right. Okay, so that's that. Now we've got this one here at 4-1 using the Italians. Yes. Using the Italians at 4-1. Oh, for a 1. DR2, advance 2. Retreat 2 and become disrupted or do a determined defense. Righto. So let's have a look at him here. He is going to do a determined defense. And it's a straight up with nothing to, no pluses or minuses. He gets a 5. In fortifications for 5 is a success and lose 1. So he loses 1. And we are done there. Right-o. Let's grab that die. Okay, so we didn't do as well as I was hoping down here. I was hoping to push him out. It wasn't very likely, but I was hoping to, because he would have had to push back this way, not back around towards Rostov. But at least we've broken the line all the way up to here now and pierced it here, so we can start to get around things. So, okie doke. The next one we're going to look at is in the center here. We have a 4-1 using air and using 6 army. Okay. 4-1. For a 5 is a D1. So, and advance 3. So he has to lose a step. So let's get rid of that. Bring that back. He's got that single step there. That's his only anti-tank. So he wants to keep that. And if he goes that way, then he only loses 2 defense rather than 3 defense. So he'll do it that way. He's not doubled or anything else, so he can't do a determined defense. So he's got to go back 3 and be disrupted. So which way does he want to go? Okay, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And disrupted, and we have an advance 3. Okay, so if we have a look here, these are all infantry and armor. I'm going to advance this one to here, like that, along with 6 army, because I'm just that kind of guy. And then we're going to advance these guys 1, 2 to there. Do I want to go one more? 1, 2, 3 to there, in fact. So we've got a corridor now. Right. Okay, next one I want to do is this one up here. Now this is a 5 to 1, again using air. And we have a 5, which is a DR4 advanced 3. So DR4 advanced 3. And again, they can't do anything other than run away. So a DR4 for these two is 1, 2, 3, 4 in full retreat. And we have an advance 3. So this guy is going to go 1, 2. This guy is going to go 1 to there. And these two are going to go 1, 2, 3 to here. Again, so we're just starting to build up our holding forces. We're not doing any more attacks with that hairy plane or that hairy plane. And those 3 are gone. Let's do down here. We have 7 to 1 against these isolated units here. And we're not using any artillery at all. 7 to 1 for 1. Okay, it's an A1, D1. Alright, so let's see what they want to lose here. Again, they don't want to lose that because that's their only tanky, so they're going to lose that one. Just put that back there for a moment, and we have an A1. We'll lose it on this little fella here. He's our weakest unit, like that. Now, A1, D1 must either retreat 2 hexes and become disrupted or do a determined defense. So he can't retreat. He can do a determined defense because he's in there, but he's got nowhere of going, so it becomes a desperation defense for him. So again, 5 or a 6 to the top unit to save him. He gets a 6, he's safe, and a 5 or a 6 for the bottom unit. He gets a 4, so the bottom unit takes a hit. Loses. Loses 1. Oh, in fact, we didn't need to do that second one because he was safe. Duh. He saved without losing anything. So, ignore that one. His first one was good. Okay, so that didn't work out very well at all. They are holding on tight. Right, let's come down a little bit. We're going to try and take out that NKVD. We're at 6 to 1 with no support whatsoever. For a 5 is a DS. Okay, so for a DS he loses a step straight up, so he's just gone. And that comes off there. And we have an advance 4. So these are all infantry units, so they can advance 2, and they'll go 1, 2. Now, helps if you put them in the right dish. This guy can advance 4, so he's going to go 1, 2. No, he's not. I'm going to leave him behind. And he's going to go up 1, 2, 3 with them. This guy will go 1, 2 into here. This guy will come up 1, 2. This guy will come up in a moment. We'll move this guy up. One. And this guy will come over one. Like that. Okie dokie. So we have these two left here. I'm going to do this one first, and that's at a 5-to-1 with no support. For a 4, which is a D1 advance 3. So again, he's going to take this guy. They can't do a determined defense whatsoever, so he has to retreat 3 hexes. And let's get rid of those. So he's going to go 1, 1, 2, 3 back to here, and will be disrupted. And then we have an advance 3. So these 2 infantry will just go 1, 2 into here. This infantry will go 1, 2, and these 2 will go 1, 2, and will attack here. So they have 16 to 5 is a 3-to-1, plus the bonus is a 4-to-1. The elite bonus. 4-to-1 for a 3. DRX. Okay. So he's going to lose that one. And of course, we're going to lose that one. Like that. And he's got to go back 2, which he'll go 1, 2 to there and be disrupted. And we can go forward 1 more and we'll come into here, putting pressure on there. Which leaves our last attack, just move it forward a little bit for you, is a 7-to-1 here. For a 5 at a 7-to-1 is a DS advance 4. So they lose a step, so they're going to take that step, of course, and then they have to go back 4. So he's going to go 1 to retreat, like that, and we have an advance 4. So this guy is going to go 1, 2, 3, and we have 2, 12 attacking here. 12 to 3 is a 4-to-1, plus the elite is a 5-to-1 for this unit against this unit. 5-to-1 for a 4 is a D1 advance 3, so he is gone. And we have an advance of 1 still. So we'll come over here. Sorry, no we don't, because we did the attack. And then these guys here, we have a defense of 5. We have 7, 14, 24. we'll go 1, 2, for 24 to 5. Let's leave that. We'll go 24 to 3. That's an 8 to 1, 9 to 1, so 7 to 1. Let's take that out. For a 5 is a DS advance 4. So he loses his step. He's gone. And that is it, I believe. So we've cleared out effectively this whole area, or isolated. So yeah, we've got about 1/12 of the map. We've pushed back a little bit here. We're starting to just keep these units back a little. Started our little punch through here. So our Donetsk push is starting to come together. And we're just starting to make a little bit headway down here whilst we try and hold this sort of stuff. But yeah, not too bad, not too bad. But again, we were supposed to get up to 3 victory points by this stage, and we still only have 1. Yuck. So 3 victory points, we have 1. Yay. So yeah, 7 is still our cut-off. Righto, so that's about that. So we'll go on. In fact, what are we at? 36. I might break there and then come back. Or do I just keep going? Do I just keep going? No, we'll keep going. Okay, so the Russian-Soviet turn. Again, no air units, no train markers, fortifications under construction. And we have 1 here, which is now complete. And there it is, fine. Okay, because we brought on a supply last time up there. 2 resource points. Okay, I think we need, again, sorry, got to go around to the other side. I think we need our fortifications. Again. So let's keep it going. I think that disruptor was supposed to go away last time. Sorry. Okay, so we have fortification there and another fortification going in there. Right. Spend SPs to flip. No. Reinforcements. And turn 4, they get 4 reinforcements. 3 infantry and an armoured. All pretty good damn units. So 3 normal infantry and 1 armoured to come on. They've all got to come on up the north. I'm going to bring 1 up there and 1 up there and 1 up there and the armour up there like that. The idea is to start filling in these victory hexes with at least 1 unit and get the armour down to help. Replacements, and the Soviets this turn get 1 cavalry. And all they can use that for is cavalry. And I don't think they have too much cavalry on the board, so I'm going to bring a cav unit back. we've got one. And it's a single side unit. I'm going to put that with the tanky. Put a replacement marker on him. Remember that. Yes. Okay. No leaders, no offensives. So movement phase. Again, pause it there, work out the movement, come on back. Rightio. So being the usual twit I am, I forgot to do my recovery and supply phase for the Germans. So I've just for the Axis. So I've just done that in between. So my apologies. Yeah, stupid. Righto. So Soviet movement. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these two cavalry here, and they're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 using extended movement into there. It's not great, but it's something. These units here are going to move straight back. This unit here is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 into there. These units are going to simply, this one here will go 3, 4, 5, and this one will go 3, 4, 5, 6 into there using extended movement. Over here, I'm going to try and get this guy out of the way, so he's simply going to go over the river to here. Down here, we're going to start pulling the line back a little bit because no, I'm going to leave him there. But he's, I need to leave him there too. Booger! No, they're not moving. This disrupted one though is and is coming back 1, 2. This guy is getting out of dodge a bit as well. So this guy is going to there. They'll just come back to there. And this guy here is coming back to here because he's really not going to stop anything there at all. And then what we have is everything up the top and including the last reserve army at the moment that we can move over there, as you can see, in Stalingrad. So I'm going to do the Stalingrad move first. And over here we have 3 infantry and a guard. So I'm going to put the guard unit into Stalingrad with an infantry, another infantry in with the NKVD, and then this guy is going to come forward, which you can't see because my fat arm is in the way. He's going to come forward 1, 2, 3, 4 into Kalach, like that. So we can start to get our thing across the Don there sorted as well. This guy is going to continue south. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 into this fortress that we're building. These two guys over here are going to come down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and just start to build up around Stalingrad. This little fella here is just going to move onto there. This little fella here is just going to move on to here. This guy is going to move on to here. These two here are going to keep on coming down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This replacement unit is just going to come down 1 because that's all he can do. Mr. Tank Man It's going to go half 1, half 2, half 3, half 4, half half 5, half 6, half 7, half 8 into there. We have this infantry unit here, which is just going to slot straight down into this victory hex, and then we have these ones that were left over from last time. And the infantry unit is just going to go 1, 2 into there, and the armoured unit is just going to come down 1, 2 into here, building our line. And that's everybody. Right, movement's done. Combat, again, there's nothing here, down here that they can do. Just lower the camera a little bit. So yeah, these units are stuffed. These units are basically stuffed. There's not enough firepower here to do anything. We've got a whole 7 firepower there, but you know, it's not good enough to do anything. Same along here, same here, nothing here, and nothing here, of course. So again, there's no combat for the Ruskies. Recovery phase. So this full retreat becomes a disrupted. Replacement marker comes off. Disruption comes. Ooh. Why didn't he move? Sorry, I wanted to move him. He's just going to move 1. His disruption comes off. Disruption comes off. I think that's it. Yeah. No railheads. Supply status of Axis units. So this one is now isolated. He can't do anything. He remains isolated, isolated, isolated. Here we can break through to there because the Zoc bond has been broken by troops either side, so he can escape out that way and run away. Same here, same here, same here. This guy can go out 1 onto this road and out. These guys are fine, 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 fine. This guy can go through 1 and then back out, so he's good, 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 good and good and good and. Down here, this guy can go through 1 and then out, so he's good. So yeah, they're all fine, except for these 3 isolationists down here, I believe. So, isolation attrition. So starting over here, again, 5 or a 6 is good. We'll do the armour unit first. A 5. And then we do the infantry unit. A 3, so he's gone. Righto, and then we have these 2 infantry units here. We have the broken one first. He's fine. And then the unbroken one. And he loses a step. So they're both broken now. And isolated. And then we just have this little tanky unit here. and he's gone. He's a single step unit, and that's gone. Righto. Spend SPs to flip. No, we don't need to. We've only brought one on and we haven't used it yet, so it's still there. So in the last 2 turns, the Soviets have lost. Let me grab them all. They've lost a few units, but they're still holding us up, that's for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 double-sided infantry units and 1 single-sided infantry unit. 2 lots of armour, 1 single-sided tanky, and the NKVD. So, just coming down here, that's them all there. So that's what they've lost in the last 2 turns, because I forgot to show you at the end of the last turn what they'd lost. So, yeah, we're whittling them down, but they are holding us. They're doing exactly what they're supposed to do, distance for time. And we're starting to have to spread out our forces, start to allow for reinforcements to come down. Again, they can still come down through here through A. So we're going to have to leave some forces to block this whole area with strong enough forces to react if necessary once we've cleaned out these 2 pockets. Whoops, sorry. We're starting to push all this back, and we should be able to do a fair bit of pushing up through this way next turn. Swing some of them around to start taking out these ones down along the Donets, which will help to bring pressure onto these other ones down south, and start to do something about the Rostov area. But it's gonna be interesting, that's for sure. So that's where we are at the moment. Soviets have got their next line started. They need to try and stop us from getting across too far. So the way we're moving at the moment, they should be able to do that, which will then leave us maybe the southern crossing to come in south of Stalingrad if we can't do anything else. But look, they're doing a bloody good job. I'm sorry that one's taken a little bit longer, but things are starting to get a little bit more entailed. So thank you again very much for watching. I hope I haven't screwed up too much again, but shit happens. So take care, be good, and I'll catch you next time for turn 5. Bye for now.